We can.
Yes, yeah, thanks. Sorry
Okay,
for the delay.
that's okay. So, great. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I think in some way we have a test of the meditation effects and how do you be equanimous, waiting for some start. So, introduce. My name is Vivek Gadodi. I am a system builder and co-founder at Raviniti. We actually do this contact series where we basically try to industry professionals um, and practitioners who share their insights and basically talk about topics from technical analysis, fundamental approach, maybe to using a quant method in fundamental as well, or it could be like pairs trading, it could be AI or ML, and various other techniques. So, not taking much more time, what I'd like to say is, as we know, I think there is global statistics that says that not more than I think 4 to 5% people in any market kind of generally make money, right? Okay, a little bit of echo I here, but okay, I should be, uh, handing it over to Sovit. And basically, the reason I think why most people don't make money is because of the meditation aspect, or I think the state of mind, which again, all of us don't accept easily. If you see, uh, in this room, there are like just 30 people, but in some other seminar or technique, you will see 200 people. So not reading further, I'd like to, Sovit, can you start with just your journey and how you got into Vipassana and your journey in trading so far?
Yeah, thanks, Vivek. Thanks a lot. So sorry for the delay from our side. Okay, so basically, I started Vipassana in year 2015. Okay, I heard it from somewhere, and then I was trading, and I was obviously not successful in trading. And I haven't like heard from many people that in trading you need to have some control on your mind, and then only you will be good in trading. And psychology plays a extremely important role in trading. So I always wanted to learn something. So I tried some yoga practice. So I tried some other techniques of meditation, but I was not very satisfied with those. Yeah, I had always feeling that like 10 minutes, 15 minutes of meditation is not something which I wanted. Okay, so because most of the techniques will consider meditation for only 10 minutes or 15 minutes like that. Okay, or maximum like half an hour. But I was just not satisfied with that. So I was searching for something, and then I got through this Vipassana meditation, and it was say uh, around December 2014 when I heard about this, and I immediately registered for one course of in March 2015. So there's a 3 months waiting period for that. Okay, so I registered for that immediately, and I was doing my job as accounts manager, and obviously, being an accounts manager, I would not have got leave for 10 days. It was almost 11 days, so I would not have got the leave for 10 days. So, and any which is I wanted to leave my job and do my full time trading. So I took this opportunity and I left my job, and it was not because of Vipassana, I would say, but like both of these things came together because I wanted to be a full time trader, and I was because I was not profitable. I thought that let's give full time to trading, which is my passion, and then Vipassana also came around at that point only. So it was like by luck that I got this thing together. Okay,
Okay,
so
so that just
yeah,
take a step here and basically talk first about the context of meditation itself. So what uh, what according to you is meditation, or because luckily I also got an experience of the Vipassana 10-day, I think, where insisted by a old school friend, and then you being regularly going for it and vouching it
Right.
for it. So what is meditation really?
I would say the basic of meditation can be done with anything related to physical exercise also. Like if you're doing some sort of a yoga or some sort of sports, that is also one kind of meditation, because you are focused when you are playing something like say cricket or chess or whatever. You are focused on that one thing. And if you see meditation, nothing but another name for focus. You're focusing your entire attention towards one thing, and then you will get a lot of success in that. Okay, so to get success, only if you're focused, you will get success into that. And basically anything which you do with your 100% attention, okay, you are being at the present in that particular thing, then it's meditation. It's very difficult to do that in trading, but yes, if you are doing trading and you are doing giving 100% into trading, it is also small part of meditation, because focus is a small part of meditation. It's not the entire meditation. Meditation is a very big concept, but for general people, even if you can focus on one thing, it can be taken as a small part of meditation.
Right.
So cricket,
So I
gym, swimming, whatever you do.
yeah, I always find it interesting around this, where I think a lot of us misunderstand, or at least I had this idea about that meditation is doing something, right? Like whereas I think at some point it also feels a little tricky to the mind because it's being, right,
So
and
it's
not like
doing something, but being focused and doing. If you're doing three things at a time, then it's not meditation. Okay.
right,
So you're
right.
still doing something, but you are not focused in any of those.
So what I try to mean to say is that when you force yourself to meditate,
Mm-hmm.
right, even if you're doing something with focus, but
Mm-hmm.
the whole idea about wanting to focus, right, and wanting to be in a state which is perhaps meditative or calming, is, do you find that sometimes can be tricky?
So you can get calmness by many ways. Many means are there. Like if you listen to music, you'll get calmness. Okay, so there are a lot of things which will calm you. Maybe you read I was with a friend now, and he said that he reads Bhagavad Gita regularly, and he feels very calm when he reads it. Okay, so
So you
people
were
can
in, the
get.
last 2 days, I know you were in Palava, which is a place where you kind of are one with nature, and like you had a garden to yourself and things like that. So you do think that also is like just a like a meditative kind of feeling to some extent,
I
your
would.
environment?
The environment is important, but I don't think that's meditation. Yes, in that environment, it helps when you are alone, or you are like at one particular place, and if the nature is close to you, it helps in meditation. That is for sure. If you see the life of Gautam Buddha, he was born under a tree, he died under a tree, and he got nirvana under the tree. So what is tree? Like it's nature, right? So nature will help you, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So just a little bit about Sovit, for those of you, um, obviously some of you know him, yeah, many of you know him, I think, but for those who don't, Sovit is a chartered market technician by qualification, and he runs his trading system. In fact, Sovit and me met about 5 years back when Sovit wanted to build a system. He wanted to rule base his equity system, and I find it very fascinating that over the years, we have tried working on, various systems, including the equities, which is there. And so it also trades or did try to trade options for a while. But I think end of the day, he found his mojo in the equities delivery systems, right? And
Right.
he is profitable since the last 4 years, running a system with a CAR of about 42% annualized. And I think that's what I find very fascinating, that finally, whatever he is his core, right? That's something which kind of works for him or makes money for
Right,
him.
right. In fact, I would say that I tried two times running system of Vivek. Vivek also have many systems. So I tried two times running his system, but I failed to do that. Like I was not able to make money in his system. It's very like you have to be your own self in trading. Okay, even if your best friend has a system, it very becomes very difficult to run his system. It's just an example for that, like how difficult system trading can also be,
Yeah.
right?
Uh, right. So coming to a little more about the Vipassana, can you give a broad overview of how it works? I mean, in terms of the logistics or the broad philosophy of it, and like how it helped you in
Right.
particular.
So basically, what I wanted to do for this for like for almost 2 3 years now, I wanted to do this presentation, but there was some barrier in my head, and I wanted to break that barrier. So I thought that I should do it before it gets too late. Yeah. So the basic idea of this session would be that how Vipassana has helped me and how it can help others. Okay, there are many techniques of meditation. We know, we all know them, and you all are free to do them. Okay, there's no this thing, like we are not forcing you to do anything like that. Okay, and firstly, there's no commercial or non-commercial benefit for us to do this webinar related to Vipassana, because Vipassana by itself is a technique which is taught free of cost. Okay, so there's no charges for you. It's like the first course you'll have to do will be of 10 days, and you'll have to stay there for 10 days. But there's no charge whatsoever, neither for lodging nor for boarding, nor neither for food, anything. So nobody in who is involved in Vipassana will charge you anything for Vipassana at least. Okay, he can charge you for other services, but for Vipassana and for lodging, boarding, and all those things are completely free. So that is why we wanted to keep this session also totally free. We could not have charged for this session. Okay, and the flow of this session will be like um, I'll be talking about the basics of Vipassana meditation, and then the benefits of Vipassana meditation and the core of Vipassana meditation, like what it teaches us. Okay, why this is so important? Like focus. You can just do a 10 15 minutes of exercise of breathing, and that will also focus your mind. Vipassana is not only focusing. Okay, Vipassana is way beyond that. Okay, it has three layers, which is like Anapan, Vipassana, and Mithya Bhavana, that we'll understand as we go forward. Okay, so it's a complete technique for all of us, and anybody can do it. So it's universal. Anybody from any caste, creed can join, because it's this technique
Oh.
is focusing only on the breath and our bodily sensations. Okay, nothing outside. So it's not taking any name of Buddha or any other god or anything else. So it's totally universal. Anybody can adapt it, because it's we have to see our breath, and breath. Everybody's breath is the same, right? I will not have a different breath, and Vivek will not have a different breath. We will all be breathing similarly, right? So that's why it is a universal technique. Anybody can adapt it.
Yes. Can you go into more of the details and the mechanics?
Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll do a presentation. I've made a presentation. Okay, so I'll share my presentation. Okay, is it okay?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I hope you all can see my screen. Okay. So firstly,
Yes,
we'll
we
start
can.
with the quote. Okay. Why should traders develop a meditation practice? It's simply because it is that which can help cut through delusions, attachments, and blind reactions. So we many a times have some delusions that market will go this way or that way, or we have attachment with our own positions, whether we are long or short. And if we are long, we want market to go up. If we are short, we want market to go down. And we many times when the markets move, okay, there is a blind reaction, like especially for discretionary traders, that if they feel that the market is going down, they may buy or they may sell. Okay, and it can be so spontaneous that you don't think much about it. So reaction is one thing which we have to be very very careful, because uh, it is a it every reaction will have again another reaction, another action. Each action will have a reaction, right? So we have to be very careful when we take any action, uh, and we should make sure that it's not a reaction of something which can be dangerous for us, right? So we'll go through it as we go forward. Okay. So in trading, basically there are three major ingredients for successful trading. I think this is known to everybody. There has to be a trading edge, a methodology. It can be any system. Either it can be coded, it can be not coded. It can be discretionary. That doesn't matter much. Okay. Basically the requirement for this part is to have the understanding of markets and our own skill, whatever we have did. So this needs knowledge and whatever the fundamental knowledge, technical analysis, quantitative knowledge. Okay, any knowledge and any methodology you have, that is only 20% of the entire trading. What we say canvas, right? Risk management, money management comes to around 40%. And so these are no, there's no like hard and fast rule. 40% is 40%. But like mota moti, we have this understanding that because whatever system you have, if you do not manage your risk, if you do not manage your capital, okay, and if you do not manage your profits, then sooner or later you may end up losing money, right? And for this also, you can attain this by knowledge, by reading books, all those things you can do. You can read books on trading, quantitative trading, or there are a lot of books which are available. So these both parts can be attained by knowledge, by understanding, by reading books, and this can be done with maybe within 1 year. You would be able to read books and make a methodology. If you focus it properly, within 1 year you should be able to do this. But what if the biggest bigger part is the trading psychology, and trading psychology is something which can require years. Okay, like as I said, I started my journey in around 2007. Seriously, trading was started in 2007, and I became profitable only in 2016. Right. So almost it took me 9 years. So why was this? Did have knowledge? I think I had knowledge after 5 6 years, but still I was not profitable. So the major part was, I think, the trading psychology that took me so long. Okay, and it may be similar for others also, but it can be very, very different for others. So this was my experience. Others can have different experiences for sure. Okay, but the difference between having knowledge and then still not being able to be profitable was, I think, trading psychology. And most people who have knowledge and are not successful still, I think the major reason for that is trading psychology. And meditation helps us in this part. Meditation is that component which can help us build this trading psychology. Okay, so we come to Vipassana meditation, which is a technique. And what is Vipassana meditation? So Vipassana, the meaning of Vipassana means to see things as they are. Okay, so there's no delusion, there's no illusion. Okay, we are just seeing what actually is happening at that particular moment. So we are being in present. Okay, so each second there will be something which will be changing. Okay, so we have to know what is happening. Okay, we have to see as things come and as things unfold. Okay, It is one of the India's most ancient techniques of meditation. It was rediscovered by Gautama Buddha. He did it some 2,500 years ago, and he never claimed that this technique was created by him. Okay, he never claimed that. He always said that this technique was there before me, and this technique other people have used, and I have just rediscovered it. I have found it. This was lost, and he was able to rediscover it. Okay, he never claimed that he made this technique, or because this technique is basically related to the universal law. Okay, so which Gautam has not no right to define. Okay, it was
So
already
I find
there.
this very similar to sometimes where we say, I found this trading system or strategy,
Yeah.
whereas it could be a rediscovery, someone
Yeah,
may
it's
have.
always a rediscovery, Vivek. It's always a rediscovery because if it was not there, then you would not have been able to find it. We have just found it. If the gap theory works, it's because not because I have made it, okay, or somebody else has made it. It is there. It is by universal. It happens. If trend following is there, it is always there. Trends are always there. It's just that I have found one way of capturing that trend. Okay, if there's no trend following will able to capture and make money. We have to understand this that if it's a mean reverting system and the markets are trending, we cannot make money. It is already there. We have to just find a tool to find that and to get an entry and exit. Okay, it's we are not making any strategy. All these strategies are already there, right? It is taught as a universal remedy for universal ills, that is an art of living. So it's as I said before that it's one thing which is universal. So it was always there, and it can be practiced by anybody. Okay, you don't need to be rich or poor for that. You don't need to be of a particular religion. You don't need to have any particular requirement. Okay, even any person who is alive can practice it because you just need your breath. Okay, so there's nothing that and there's no name attached to it. So that is why it becomes universal, and it's the art of living because it totally changes our way of living. Okay, obviously it takes time. It's not that you do a 10-day course and you learn the art of living. That's not going to happen. Okay, but it's the start of a journey which is very long journey. Yeah. And how did we get now? We are saying that Gautam Buddha found it 2,500 years back, but how we can say that this is the same technique? So this happened because of an unbroken chain of teachers, and the major contributor of this chain was Ashoka the Great. Okay, I'm sure all of us know about Ashoka. One second, I think some people are not able to.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, what happened was that Buddha taught some people. In fact, he taught millions of people. Okay, but then these people taught others, and this it went from one teacher to another teacher, and there was no writing of that. So what Ashoka did was that he made it available in writing. He wrote the entire technique on rocks. Okay, so and he distributed and it all over India, and even he spread it around the other parts of the world like Sri Lanka, China, Burma. Okay, so he made sure that the even if the meditation if this technique doesn't remains in India, but it is kept somewhere in the world somewhere somebody will keep it. Okay, and this happened that there was a chain of teachers who taught their student, and then the student became the teacher. He taught to another student, and it was a very small people group of people which were following it for 2,500 years. Not many people were following it. It almost disappeared after the death of Buddha, around after 500 years after his death. But very few people were still following it. And this, because of Ashoka the Great, this technique remained in Burma. Okay, so Burma was one country which kept Vipassana in its true form. Okay, so we are obliged to Burma. And the present principal teacher of Vipassana is Mr. Satyanaran Goenka. He is no more there, but he has made sure that the technique and the Vipassana meditation is spread all around the world, even if he is not there. So he has made this totally mechanical, like it's like an algo. It's like after his death also, this algo is still working, and it's still helping people to meditate.
Actually, that's what really was the kicker for me to jump in, because when you, I think, said that it's totally rule driven, and
Right.
that really appealed to me because I generally like anything that is rule driven. So
Yeah, it's
that's why.
totally rule driven. Everything is fixed, and there's nothing anybody can change in that. Okay. In 1976, the main center of India, the Magri, which is in Igatpuri, was opened for people, and it has been there since then. The path has nothing to do with any organization. So no, it's nothing to do with Buddhism. So people somewhere sometimes think that okay, they will turn me to Buddhism and all that things. So there's nothing like that. You can follow your own religion. There's no restriction for that. Okay, no religion transformation is happening here. Okay, and there's no conflict due to race, community, or religion. It will prove equally beneficial to all the religion, to everybody who practices it. So the most important part in Vipassana meditation is practice. If you don't practice, you will not get the benefits. If you practice, you will get benefits. Okay,
Same
and
like
of
trading.
course, yeah,
I
of
mean, in
course,
trading, you don't use rules, you don't use discipline, it doesn't work.
correct, correct. And the right practice also. Okay, it's not only the practice but right practice. Okay, so it is an eightfold noble path. Okay, so we'll start with Shila. Shila is the first, and it is then divided into three parts. Shila means morality, which basically comes divided into three other parts, which is right speech, right action, and like right livelihood. So our words, whatever we say to anybody, that should be right. Okay, our actions, like the definition of rights speech is very long, so I will not go into that. Okay, and for that I would recommend you to go for one course of Vipassana, but I'm covering this in a very short period for all of you. Okay, and of course right action, ultimately whatever is our action, if we have thought something but we do not execute it, then it's of no sense, right? So the action should be correct, and right action doesn't mean that it should be profitable or not profitable. It should be ethical. Basically here everything right means ethical. Okay, in most of the senses. Okay, and then like right livelihood, again ethical livelihood, like you have to have an ethical life, if somebody is wishing somebody to die and benefit from that, then it's not ethical, right? So it's like whatever you do, like if we are earning something, of course we have to earn to have our livelihood, but it should be ethical. It should not be on the what we say, um, on the expense of somebody else, right? And then the second part of Vipassana is the Samadhi. Okay, so Samadhi is the concentration. For that, we have to have the right effort. So if you do Samadhi, but if you don't do it in the right way, then it is of no use. It will not help you much. Okay. and it should be mindfulness should be again, right, again, you are doing samadhi, you are putting your effort, but if it is not mindful, then again it will not benefit you, and you have to have concentration. Okay, so these three things together comes under samadhi, which is like each day if you practice, okay, you are doing samadhi. But samadhi, again, samadhi, understand this, samadhi or the concentration without morality is useless. Okay, if you are doing samadhi, but you are doing ill word, you are giving ill words to other people, or you are doing something wrong. Okay, and you are having a wrong livelihood, then even having a samadhi will not help you. Okay, you will not do much in this path. Okay, but even if you have the right sila or the right samadhi, still you will need panna, because only after you have all these three, okay, the ultimate goal of any person would be achieved. Okay, so under panna, two things comes, which is the right thought and the right understanding. Okay, so I'm not going much deeper into this, because for that I think I'm not qualified to be a teacher of Vipassana meditation. Okay, but this is just I wanted to cover that this is an eightfold part, which you may need to know. Code of again in Vipassana, there is a particular code of discipline which has to be fulfilled. Okay, Vipassana is a way of self transformation through self observation. So what we are doing is that we would, and when we go and sit on meditation in Vipassana, okay, we are observing ourselves, and with our self observation, we are trying to transform ourselves. We are trying to change our livelihood, our sense of thinking, right? It focuses on the deep internal interconnection between the mind and the body. Again, our mind and body are interconnected. I think most of us will accept that our mind and body are connected, not only just on the conscious level, but also on the subconscious level. They are connected. You cannot
So
separate them.
this I found really interesting because there are so many self-help books which sell millions of copies, right? But you ask anybody who was read eventually, and it net truly does not create any benefit other than just the fact that it's a mental assimilation of some information that I know, like in order to be fit I have to exercise, but
Right.
exercising or no, right? So I think that's the part about Vipassana where the physical parts which actually deal with then the direction to the mental, right? That I found very interesting.
Right.
It's very, very intense. I mean, as we work with our breath and that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And this can be experienced directly by disciplined attention to the physical sensation of the body. Now, again, I will not go much deeper into the physical sensation, what is physical sensation, but just for your understanding, for those who have not done Vipassana before, yeah, physical sensations can be anything like you are having itching, or you are having pain in your body at some point. So there are a lot of other physical sensations which is out of the course of this webinar. Okay, this you will understand only by going to a Vipassana course. But basically, we go deeper into these sensations in the course and understand how they arise and pass away. So each these physical sensations, they have a basic nature of arising and passing away, right? So, but this will be done in your course. Okay, so I will not be going deeper into that here. Okay. It is this observation based self exploratory journey to the common root of mind and body that resolves the mental impurity. And when we do this observation ourselves, and we do this journey ourselves within our body and within our mind, okay, that is what dissolves the mental impurities. Okay, and this is extremely important, because till we do not go inside our thoughts ourselves, we will not be able to do any benefit to our own self. Okay, nobody else is coming from outside and helping you out of the misery. Okay, you have to find your way yourself. and only after doing that you will have a balanced mind. Okay, otherwise you will always be thinking about something or the other. Some problems will be resolved and some other problems will come in. Okay. So only when you do go through this journey, and I don't say that this means that you have to do Vipassana only. There's no other technique. There are many lot of techniques which can be done, like Bhakti Marg is one marg. Okay, Gyan Marg is another marg. So there are a lot of margs. I'm not going into that. Okay. But this is one of the ways of going to that mental and clearing that mental impurity. Okay. And this is one of the path which we know. Other paths we have no much idea, right? We don't know much about how to do bhakti or how to do how to get gyan, because just by reading books is not no gyan. Okay, many people I'm sure would have read Gita maybe thousands of times, but still their mind may still have impurities. Okay, so these are one. This is just one way of doing that. It's not said that this is the only way of purifying the mind. The course requires hard, serious work. So I understand it looks very easy that you have to just meditate, okay, but it's a very it's very hard to do that. Okay, because let me explain you as I go forward. I'll explain you why it is hard. Okay, and there are three steps of the training. The first step is for the period of the course you have to abstain from these. Okay, you have to abstain from killing anybody. Okay, so you cannot kill anybody in at least in these 10 days. Okay, you should not. It's not that you cannot, but you should not kill anybody in at least when you are doing a Vipassana course. Stealing should be abstained, sexual misconduct should be abstained, speaking falsely should be abstained, and all intoxicants like alcohol and everything should we should not consume alcohol or any intoxicants or any drugs in that sense. Drugs doesn't mean medicines, but any intoxic drug. So this is the first step, and this is you have to follow this for the 10 days of the course. Okay, all 10 days of the course if you are doing a meditation course. Okay. This is a simple code of moral conduct serves to calm the mind, which otherwise would be too agitated to perform the task of self-observation. Okay. So if we do not conduct this, this is a basic requirement, and this basically is these five. If you see, is the part of Shila. Okay, where we are saying that you should have right speech. So right speech is basically you are abstaining from speaking falsely, right? Any lies or any misrepresentation. Okay, and right action is again not killing anybody, not stealing. Okay, so abstaining from sexual misconduct. So all these comes under right what we say right action, right? So basically in this course we have to be within that. Okay, we basically try to reduce them. Okay, if we cannot avoid them, we try to reduce them. Okay, in most cases it will not be a problem to avoid them. So the next step is to develop the basic some mastery over the mind by learning to fix one's attention on the mental natural reality of the ever-changing flow of breath as it enters and leaves the nostrils. So basically, after taking this precepts, okay, we go into Anapana meditation. We start practicing Anapana, which is the exercise of not exercise, but like seeing our own breath. Okay, so as our breath comes in through the nostril and as it goes out of the nostril, we are just watching it coming and going out. We do not have to do any sort of exercise like pranayama or anything like that. We do not need to control the breath, or we do not need to like force the breath to come out of one nostril or come out of the another nostril. We are not doing anything any such thing. We're just watching our breath. Okay, so as it is coming in, as it is going out, we are watching the breath. Okay, so what it does is that it builds concentration. The benefit, the first and the most important benefit is that it builds helps us in concentration, which will help us to do vipassana as we go forward. So the first 3 days we do only anapan. Okay, in these 3 days, you have to sit in a comfortable posture and observe your own breath. Okay, this is called Anapana meditation. By the fourth day, the mind is calmer and more focused, able to better able to undertake the practice of Vipassana. Because Vipassana, you will not be able to do on the first day. Vipassana, you won't be able to like start doing on the first day, because if your mind is not concentrated, you will like, even if you try for, say, just we'll try to do a Vipassana meditation, sorry, Anapan meditation for 2 minutes here in this session, but you will see that when you close your eyes and concentrate on your breath, okay, you will observe that you are not able to concentrate for not for even few seconds. Okay, so if you cannot concentrate for few seconds on your breath, how will you be able to do the meditation of Vipassana? Okay. So it is very important to build that ability to focus yourself, and then only you will be able to go into meditation of Vipassana. Yeah. And after fourth day, you will have a calmer mind, and your focus will be built, and then you'll be able to do Vipassana, and you will be able to observe your sensations. Okay, and these sensations you can see throughout your bodies, throughout your body, within yourself, and understanding their nature and developing equanimity by learning not to react to them. And when you see your observe your sensations, you do not have to react like what you are doing in anapan. You are just seeing the breath coming in and going out. Same way, you have to see your sensations. You do not have to react to it. So if suppose you are you get a sensation of itching. Yeah, so that doesn't mean that you should scratch your the place where you're getting itching. So you do not have to react. Okay, you are just seeing that, okay, I'm getting an itching sensation here in the body. Okay, but you are not reacting. And let me see how long it stays. Okay, so that is what you have to do. You have to just observe it as it is happening. So being in the present moment and observing it. Okay, I think we have a question. One second. Okay. Uh, I think I'll take these little after this slide. I'll take some of the questions which are there. Okay. And then finally, on the last day, uh, on the last full day, participants learn the meditation of loving kindness or goodwill towards all. This is called the Mitha meditation or Mitha Bhavana. Okay. So what on the last day of the on the 10th day, you will be taught another meditation technique, which will be thinking good for others. Like whatever happens, whatever benefits you have got in these 10 days. Okay, you are spreading this happiness to others. So if whatever good I have done, okay, let this good be spread to all the beings. Okay, or you can also have like goodwill for those people who you may have done something wrong in your life. Okay, so if I've done anything bad with somebody, okay, let him be happy. Okay, I forgive him, and I ask for forgiveness from him. Okay, so this is again, it's a very important technique, because in life, what I have seen in my practical thing is that we are dealing with hundreds of people, right? Or maybe at least 10, 15 people, maybe every day or every month, right? And whenever we get connect to some people, we will get um, uh, some conversation which can be good, which can be bad, right? And knowingly unknowingly, we will have sometimes have discomfort with their thoughts, right? It's just a matter of having two different views. Okay, but some point on our subconscious mind, we create those negative vibes for them. So we are trying to unwind them, or we are trying to like um reduce that. Okay, as we go and get more mature, as in Vipassana or in any technique, it can be any meditation technique. Okay, this one quality of loving other people, okay, or even if somebody has done wrong to us, not getting agitated towards him is the barometer of understanding that how much we have covered in the path of meditation. So if we are getting like agitated on other people's, or if we are still having bad this thing vibes for other people, then again we still have to work a lot on that. Okay, so this is one thing which is like a barometer for us, that how much we have progressed in this path. Okay, it's a very important thing, and like very few people actually give more focus to this thing. But I think this is the most important part of the technique. Of course, Vipassana is the most important part, but then the Mittha Bhavana is again very important part of meditation, Vipassana meditation, because this will tell you how good or how much you have covered in this path. The entire practice is actually a mental training, just as we use physical exercise to improve our bodily health. Vipassana can be used to develop a healthy mind. So it's like a mental training, what we are training our mind. Like we do physical training, we do go to gym and do some sort of exercise. This is the exercise of brain. Yeah. So we are trying to be in the present moment. We are trying to focus our mind. Okay. And we are trying to see things as it is. Okay. So this is an exercise of the mind. When we do this exercise, believe me, it is much more beneficial than sleeping. Like we will sleep around 8 hours a day or 7 hours a day. Even if you do 2 hours of meditation a day, it will be equivalent to at least 4 hours of sleeping. Okay, and it really happens. Okay, it's just not that we are just saying that, but if you do that, you will feel it yourself. Okay, we'll take some questions here. Okay, uh, Ashok is saying, Vivekji, I think we might need to mirror. Okay, thanks. Okay. And Nishrang is saying completely agree. Thanks for hosting this. Santosh Pasiji is saying, I have observed when we concentrate on breathing, it is not normal breath. It ends up deep, long breathing in Anapana. They want normal breathing. No, no, no. It's nothing like normal breathing or abnormal breathing or nothing like that. Okay, Santoshji, your breath as it is, you have to just watch it. Okay, if it is deep, let it be deep. You just acknowledge it. That's okay. This right now we have a got deep breath, or right now my breath is fast, or right now my breath is shallow. Okay, so just you have to observe. You don't have to name it. Also, don't label it, because understand, even the sensations, when we'll go into the sensation part. Okay, even the sensation, you don't need to label them or name them. That is very important, because when we start to label it like itching, whether it is bad or good, okay, or pain, whether it is bad or good, understand that what we are doing is that we are associating it with good or bad. So we, whenever it comes in, we feel that okay, this is a bad feeling, I don't want it. This is a bad sensation, I don't want it. Okay, and if it's a good feeling or good sensation or good and if we feel that the breath is shallow, we feel it. Okay, I want this, I want this. So this is craving, right? We have to avoid craving, and we have to avoid this
Yeah.
like
So, like as they
yeah,
say, if you put it like profits and losses, as you say, are just two parts of the same, you can sides of the same coin. So if
right.
there is going to be upsides and profits, there is going to be downsides and losses as part of the whole equation.
Yeah, yeah, there's no way then you can avoid losses. Okay, yeah, if you're trying to avoid them, you ultimately you will be avoiding your and cutting your profits also, right? So same way, if these two are again two sides of the same coin. If you have happiness, you will have sadness. Okay, if you feel
I
something is good, there will be something which will be bad,
think Sriram is
right?
also saying the same thing that there is no judgment in the breath.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
intention
In
is not to add
Vipassana,
any
when
meaning.
yeah, right. So we don't need to give any labeling to it, any either to the breath or to the sensations. That is very, very important. Okay.
Absolutely
Otherwise,
beautiful. Sriram
you're
has,
going into a wrong direction.
right. Sriram has just put it all again beautifully that parallel in trading that he has observed is to observe the price movement as just movements in price and not have any fixed view of the market.
Correct.
Simply
Like beautifully said. Yes, Sriram. Okay. He also says in Vipassana, when one observes breath and when it is long, observe it as my breath is long, or when it is short, my
same
breath
thing.
is short. That intention is not to add any meaning to it, right? So you don't label it, you don't give any meaning to it, you don't have. Otherwise, again, you are going into the same trap, right? If I want profit, I want profit. Same way, I want good sensations, I want good sensations. So this is like you are going away from equanimity. Okay. And what we are doing in meditation is for to attain equanimity, and we are again going in the wrong direction. So even if you are doing meditation, it will not help you. This is not the right meditation, basically, right? So that is why meditation is one thing, and doing if you sit for 1 hour but you are not doing in the right way, that will not help you. Okay, so that is why it is very important to learn it properly. Okay, that is why they have kept it for 10 days. Otherwise, they could have done it in 2 hours, like I am doing, right? But why have they done that? Again, results. Of course, the results come gradually through continued practice. It's unrealistic to expect all problems will be solved in 10 days. So many people think that in 10 days, if I go, my problems will be solved. I'll get like nirvana, or like my nature will change. I'll if I'm getting angry, my anger will reduce. So don't expect those things. Okay, that is not going to happen so easily. It takes years and years of practice. Okay, like when in fact, I would say that when I did for the first year, I had a lot of expectations. Okay, but after the first year, I understood that this is a long journey, very long journey, and we have just dropped one drop in that journey. We have just taken one drop off for that journey, or we have just taken that one step for that journey. It's a very, very long journey. Don't understand that it's a small journey. Okay, but you have to start somewhere. Okay, and you have to start it in the right way. If you're doing it in the wrong way, it will not help you at all. Okay, like and also we have wrong expectation from ourselves, and we have wrong expectation from the people around us also. Right, many a times when I meet people, and when if I say that I've done 5 courses of Vipassana, they will expect me, now you don't have anger, now you don't have emotions. So that is not going to happen. If I don't have emotions, if I don't have anger, if I don't have fear, then I would have got nirvana. Okay, so it is not going to happen in 10 days, 5 10 day course or 10-day course. We don't know when that will happen. Nobody knows that. Everybody is different. Okay, but you have to understand that you are learning something.
Actually, interestingly, it reminds me of a story. One photographer was trying to click in the Himalayan range, the sunset.
Okay,
Japanese guy, and he just couldn't get that click for 3 days. Finally, he
okay,
gave up on the last day. And the moment he gave up, it appeared. So, the similarly, I think nirvana is it from little bit what understand the moment when you try to achieve it, right? Like you just said, you don't know when it'll happen or whether it'll happen as well.
right,
I mean, it'll be a
right.
moment. Right.
So, having the craving for nirvana itself will not let it happen. Okay, like if I'm doing vipassana to get nirvana, then I would not be able to get it, because that is a craving by itself. Like there's a story. Um, the Gautam Buddha's closest ally was Anand, who was his cousin also. Okay, and after his death, Anand still had not gotten nirvana. Okay, but after the death of Gautam Buddha, also he didn't had not got nirvana. So he was wondering why I've been so close to Gautam Buddha. I've done everything right. I'm doing everything right. I'm doing meditation every day, but still I'm not able to get nirvana. Why it is happening? Okay. So then there was another group of people who had got nirvana under Gautam Buddha. So they told him that we give you 1 month's time. You achieve nirvana, and then we will have a meeting together, and for some other cause we'll have some meeting together for that purpose. Okay, so they gave him 30 days time, and on the 30th day, till 30th day, he didn't got nirvana. Okay, so he got frustrated, and he said that not I'm not be able I will not be able to join those people who have got nirvana, and he left hope at that point. And at that point when he left hope of nirvana, he attained nirvana, because he was not able to get nirvana because of the craving of nirvana, that I want nirvana. So same thing happens with us every time. Okay, in maybe in different ways. Okay, so this craving of having something, it's very uh, like bounding us to get anything. So like if we have a craving to get profits or become a successful trader, maybe we'll not be able to do that so easily. So do not have that expectations of the outcome. Okay, so if we have a very strong expectation for for an outcome, it's difficult to attain that. But we have to understand that within this time of 10 days, okay, the essentials of Vipassana can be learned, so that we can apply it on our daily life. Okay, the more the technique is practiced, the better the freedom from misery, and the closer the approach to the ultimate goal of full liberation. So when we do more practice, okay, we are getting closer to get out of the misery. It's like, I'm sure we all have some misery, whether we accept it or we don't accept it. Okay, um, and it may not be there for some point, for some time. We may be very happy for some time, but eventually we will have something which will see that, okay, now this is what I want. Okay, so to get out of that, okay, we have to practice it. Okay, if you don't practice it, then it will not be able to help you. So people think that I'll go to 10-day course, and then again they do the same regular work every day in their daily life. Again, after 1 year they'll do again 10-day course, again they come back and do their regular work. So this is not going to help. Okay, so you have to practice this daily, very important. Okay, otherwise this technique will not be able to help you. Even 10 days can provide results which are avid and obviously beneficial in everybody's life. But even if you do it for 10 days, you will have some benefits. All those who try it will find Vipassana to be an invaluable tool uh, with which to achieve and share real happiness with others. So like when I once I did it, I was after first course, I was so inspired with it that I wanted everybody to do it, everybody around me to do it. Okay, so it really helps, and we want others also to get that benefit, right?
So there's a question from Santosh Bhai
Yeah,
again is
yeah.
how is this different from art of living? They try to concentrate breathing. They also do have breathing exercises.
So again, Santosh, it's very different from art of living, because in art of I've not done art of living, so firstly I should not comment much about it, but I can talk about Vipassana. Okay, in Vipassana, just breath is only one tool. Okay, it's not the ultimate goal. Okay, concentration is not the ultimate goal of Vipassana. Okay, by concentrating on the breath, we are trying to attain focus so that we can do Vipassana. Okay, uh, and Vipassana is our main technique. Okay, in art of living, we are just living. We are trying to learn to how to concentrate. So concentration will definitely help us, but it is not the ultimate goal, right? Even with concentration, you will be able to better your trading. That will also have a good impact on your trading. But Vipassana will have a better impact because you have the more better understanding of whatever is happening is whether good or bad is good for you. Okay. So when you see your sensations and we do not label them, that is you are being in samta or you are being in equanimity, and this equanimity is the ultimate goal. Whether anything good happens to you or bad happens to you, you don't get agitated. Okay, so somebody something good bad happens to us, right? So if by just concentrating on the breath you will not be able to get that uh, equanimity. It will help you in focusing but not in attaining equanimity.
That is very, very useful, Sovit. So I think this sets the good context and gives us a good idea about the technique. I'm sure the users are going to benefit. If there are any more
No,
questions,
Vivek, the session is still there. Okay,
yeah,
there's a
sure.
lot of false slides are there.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Also, and if there is in the middle any questions, you could take that, or just run through and continue what you have to take us through.
Yeah, yeah. It's again there again another 30 slides here. Okay, so I'm going to
Maybe
cover
you
this.
want to check it out with the folks whether how they would like us to continue, or and could you also share this later with the we'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
sharing the PPT.
The PPT will be shared to everybody. No issues.
Okay. So those who would just to set the time expectation clear,
Hmm.
uh, we could continue, and those of you would love to stay back and can stay back will be great.
Yeah.
Else the PPT will be shared,
So
because if somebody has any other commitments and all, you could just
yeah,
accordingly
it was
take care,
basically
right?
for 2 hours only. This session was supposed to be 2 hours only.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
sure. Right.
Yeah,
That's great.
so it
Okay.
is from 6 to 8. We have clearly mentioned in the this thing also. Okay.
Great.
So this is a quote by Ray Dalio. I'm sure most of the traders know about it. Ray Dalio is one of the most successful hedge fund manager. Okay, meditation helps you to stay in calm, clear-headed set, so that when challenges come at you, you can deal with them like a ninja in a calm and thoughtful way. When you are centered, your emotions are not hijacking you. So basically, in if you are concentrated and you are in a calm state, you will be able to think better. You will be able to take your decisions in a better way. Okay, unlike that, when we are, say, suppose somebody hits me. Okay, what will be my initial reaction? Okay, you hit me, I will hit you back. Right? This is a reaction, right? But if we are calm and we are having a clear head, then our we may think that why this person hit me. There will be some reason why nobody will hit somebody without any reason, right? Okay. So if we see and try to see why this person hit me, and if we find that okay, his reason was genuine, and I actually irritated him for some reason, okay, then I should apologize, not hit him back. And this you can attain only by if you are being in calm. Otherwise, the instant reaction will be that you will hit him back. Right. So it's very important to have, and this will spoil your relationship with him forever, maybe forever. Right. So it's very, very important to have a calm mind. We can think about ourselves, close our eyes, and think that how we had reacted in the past, and how we could have reacted, and we could have saved some of the relationships, right? So what we'll do is that we are going into some of the benefits of Vipassana. So one of the benefit is self-observation. Anapana means observation of natural, normal respiration as it comes in, as it is goes out. So this we have understood that we are seeing the breath as it comes in, as it goes out. So we are observing our breath, right? So we are trying to observe and build our capability of observation. easy to learn objective and scientific technique. It develops, it helps develops concentration of the mind. So this self observation of breath helps us to concentrate our mind, right? To be focused and look at into one thing with a focused mind. And when we see something in the focused mind, we are able to get better results out of it. Observation of the breath is the ideal object for meditation because it is always available. So the breath is one thing which is always available. We don't need to find it, or it will not happen that you are not breathing, right? If you are not breathing, you are not there, right? So it's always available, and we can anytime we can do this. Okay, and it's free with rites and rituals. Breath is the same for all of us, right? So it's not bonding to any one religion or any one community or any one type of people. It is there for everybody. Okay, and it's the same for all. So anybody can use it. Anybody can get benefited out of it. Anapana, because of this, Anapana is universal. If we talk about trading, trading is a science as well as art, and higher levels of observations helps in understanding the markets and building trading strategies. So any work you're doing, whether it's trading or anything else, okay, observation will always help you to understand things in a better way and build your skills. Right? It is always beneficial for you. You can build trading strategies or whatever. It's we have concentrated uh, to trading, but it will help in any business you are in or any job you are doing, or if even if you are studying. In fact, self observation is best for students because once they are in their studies, they have to have a strong concentration. So it helps students a lot. For example, in a long term upward trending markets, the mean reversion happens in shorter time frames. So it's just an example that how you can think about it in this way, that you have more clarity about the markets, that once the market is trending either up or down, there will be mean reversion in between. In shorter time frames, there will be mean reversion, right? If you see go into shorter time frames, like go into 5 minute time frame or 15 minute time frame, you'll feel and you can observe this, that market is mean reverting in that period. So 2 minutes Anapana will exercise it at the end of the session. Okay, we'll not do it now. Okay. So Anapan meditation, it is taught by Dr. Mr. Satyanand Goenka, and the basic benefits of Anapan meditations are is to improve concentration. It increases alertness. Okay, develops control over the mind. It helps become our memory sharper and clearer. Improves decision making ability. It removes, or it will not remove, but it will reduce our agitation. It may remove our fear, emotions, tensions, nervousness, and stress. Capacity to work and study increases. So when we are working, so our capacity may increase. Our whatever work we are doing in say 5 hours, we may be able to do it in 4 hours. This is something which is very difficult to gauge, but this has we have seen that it really happens.
Sovit,
Increases,
Sovit,
yeah,
I don't know if you happen to see this question from Sriram. If you can share how Vipassana has benefited in trading journey,
right.
that would be great.
Yeah, Shriram, how it helped me is that um, see, when I was before my meditation, I would say that I, I was trading, but I would jump from one methodology to another methodology many a times. So I was and RSI. Then after a few days or maybe I'll go to some other technique because somebody has said that Bollinger works band works better. So I was just jumping from one methodology to another methodology, not concentrating. Vipassana helped me to concentrate my thoughts and to my mindset, which suits my mindset. And again, I was before meditation and before making building my system, I was always good in long only. Okay, I was always good in delivery based trading. Okay, but and in 2014, I did a very I was very profitable in 2014. But then I left it because I wanted to go into futures and wanted to make more money. So my ambitions were higher, and I wanted and Vipassana helped me to reduce my ambitions. Okay. Uh, I always had a fear that what will happen in if the market goes contribution is Vipassana because um, at that time I built this long shot system only because of I earn money if the market goes in a downturn for maybe 1 year or 2 year, and I wanted to do trading for a living. So how will I survive that scenario? So now I do not have that fear. Doesn't matter now. Mostly, if you see, maybe you may not be doing it, but most of my trading is now mostly long only type. Okay, I just buy and delivery. In most cases, I also have systems on long short systems also running, but I'm not fearful of that. Okay, what if market goes for 2 years or 5 years in a sideways market? Then trend following will not work. But I do not have that fear now. Okay, so this will help. This has helped me at least uh, uh, in understanding myself, what suits me, and um, I'm believe me now. Initially, again, I was not working much on position sizing. I would take similar positions in all the stocks. Like, say, if I'm buying 20,000 rupees of one stock, I will buy 20,000 rupees of another stock. My size was fixed for all stocks. Okay, so now I have changed this position sizing, and my position sizing is now more dynamic. Okay. So all these things are coming. I think you may say that it is because of your my knowledge, but I feel that it is because of meditation. This is my personal thought that it is because you will not be able to differentiate whether uh, there will be time meditation. There will be a time when you will not be doing meditation in the right way. Okay, but but at times when you are sitting on your thoughts, we can understand with those thoughts that whether we are I'm a better human being than I was say 5 years back. Okay, and I think that is more important than being a good trader. I've answered this, or you want something else? Second, it is to observe the breath, but we get lost in thoughts and stop observing the breath. After a long current of thoughts, naturally we will observe the breath once in a while. That's the state of meditation or samadhi. Uh, uh, Sudarshan Kriya includes change in breath pattern, and it also follows some rules of Kriya Yoga also. Okay, so I'm not sure about Sudarshan meditation because I'm not done it myself. but God who we are trying us you to find out the God within you. Okay, so I'm not sure about God. I would not go into that part. Okay, because I don't think I've reached to that level. Okay, but one thing here is that uh, uh, whenever you are watching your breath, okay, and obviously after a few seconds you will lose it, and your thoughts will come in, and you will go to those thoughts. It doesn't matter. Okay, whenever you find yourself that you have stopped your breath and you've gone somewhere else, your thoughts have taken you somewhere else. Whenever you observe this, come back to your breath. Okay, you have wasted some time, that is fine. Forget it, it is lost. You cannot change it now. Okay, you should not say that, oh, I was to sit for meditation, and oh, I lost 10 minutes, I was thinking of something else. Okay, meditation doesn't tells you to regret. This regret by itself is an emotion uh, which is not the right direction, right? Yeah. So do not regret if you are even if you are by sitting in meditation, if you get lost in your thoughts, it's okay, because we are humans, we are not gods. Okay, whenever you find yourself that you're lost in your thoughts, you come back to your and you are accepting it and coming back to your breath. It is more than enough. Okay, don't curse yourself because of that. Okay, that is again wrong. Okay, then it will be again in the wrong direction. Okay, so whenever you are getting lost, come back and work on your breath. Okay, forget what has happened. You cannot change it now. Okay, you have to be in the current moment. Past is something which is already gone. You cannot change it. Okay, and even if you curse yourself, you will be damaging yourself only. It will not help you. Okay, so just come back to your breath and do your work. What you have set, what you have, what your goal is. Just focus on that goal and again do the same thing again. Ashiram says, "What does your mind go through when you view when your view of markets goes terribly wrong, or there is a big drawdown? Do you need to bring in uh, uh, impermanence? Do we need to bring in impermanence? Is it practical in trading? Rarely it happens now. At least now, okay. Obviously, in initial time, it thoughts used to come a lot. Okay, but now it doesn't happen as much. Okay, again, understand that trading is only one part of your life. Okay, it's not your life. Okay, even if your current positions are in drawdown, okay, you have not lost your life. Okay, so you can recover out of it. Okay. Obviously, it is possible that your position would have been very big and you would have lost 90% of your capital, and you do not have a job, and you have lost 90% of your wealth in trading. That may happen. I do not deny that. For somebody it can be small. For somebody it can be very big, right? We don't know that. Okay, but what we have to see is that we have to rebuild. Okay, whatever we have done, we have done. We cannot change that. We have to accept it. Okay? We have to accept it that the past is already gone. We cannot change it. Now, what further can we do? That has to be thought of. Okay, firstly, when we are sitting into meditation, we should not think. Okay, that is not the purpose of sitting on meditation. We are sitting into some sort of breath, not to think. Okay, if you are thinking too much and you are not concentrating on your breath, or you're just going the wrong direction in meditation. Okay, but of course, thoughts will come in. So we don't say that don't think at all. So listen, that whatever is happening for you is happening, and it has already happened. Okay, what you can change, you have to concentrate on only that part. Okay, you have to understand that even if your losses are impermanent. Okay, they will happen. Again, you if your strategy is good, if your methodology is good, you will be able to make money again. So drawdowns will come in any strategy, and it is definitely practical in trading. Um, I hope I've answered your question, Shinam. At that time, basically, do not think too much about trading. I would say, okay, you're sitting there not for thinking. Okay, you're sitting there to concentrate on your breath, or to concentrate on your sensations, right? It increases the ability to understand others and to express yourself. So again, uh, I myself feel that managing humans is the most difficult job. A human resource is the most difficult job. Okay, and if you can understand what others are thinking, or what others are going through, your reactions may change, right? If somebody is in a bad shape of mind, and you do something which irritates him, obviously he may react to it. So we have to understand that if we know his state of mind, just many a times we may not know his state of mind, but if we know his state of mind, then basically if we cannot do anything to help him, at least we should not and do anything to irritate him. Yeah, so it will help you understand others, because when you are knowing yourself, you are knowing others also, because others are also having the same thoughts. Others are also human beings, so they also say things what we are not different from them, and they are not different from us, right? So when they are in a pain, they will out, maybe anger or of the emotions. Okay, so if we know that this is what is there, we may be able to accept them in a better way, right? Mind becomes healthy, wholesome and strong. Of course, if you're trading, if you're concentrating on your breath, and doing this meditation, doing exercise of your what mind needs, you're giving him that. So he'll be more healthy, stronger. One becomes full of you will not stole something of yours. Just for example, what we think that this person is a thief, right? But if we know what state of mind he is, okay, and suppose he is not eating from for last 2 days, or maybe his son is not eating from last 2 days, or if his son is ill for last 2 days. I'm not saying that he's got a license to steal, but okay, you may not complain to the to police for that purpose. Okay, so and you will have good wish for him. Okay, this thought process will change. Okay, if you understand what has happened to others, then your thought process will change, and you can have that clarity only if you have a calm mind. Marcus said, nothing has such power to broaden the mind as the ability to investigate systematically and truly all that comes under their observation in life. So, self observation is one of the most powerful things. Okay, because we can systematically investigate ourselves. Till we do not understand ourselves, we cannot improve, we cannot get better. Okay, so it's very important to observe ourselves. When we observe ourselves, present. So we cannot live what has already happened. Okay, we cannot change that. We do not have those powers. Okay, and respiration one begins to understand the nature of the mind. The mind is very fleeting, very fickle. It's really its reality becomes very clear. So when we sit and just hold ourselves in meditation for 2 minutes or 5 minutes, okay, you will see that you are way into some thought. Again, you understood that okay, it has gone away. You bring it back to your breath again. Again, after 3 seconds, you will see again it has gone away. Again, you have to bring it back. Okay, so how irrational it is. Okay, we are telling him to do to concentrate on the breath, but it is going far away. So it's not in our control. Obviously, we don't want to control our mind, but uh, we are not even able to concentrate for a few seconds on our breath. This is the reality, right? It never stays in the present moment. So why it is going away? Why it is going to the thought? And when it is going to a thought, if you see, it will go in only two directions. Whether either it will go into the past or it will go into the future. It cannot go anywhere else. Okay, so either you will think that this person did me this something or this situation happened to me, or or in the future, what if this happens, that happens, right? One second.
Has left the meeting.
Okay, so the mind will go only in these two directions, but it doesn't stay in the present. It doesn't seize the breath, right? The breath is what is happening at the present, and we are sitting to see the breath, but it doesn't concentrate on the breath. It will go either to the past or it will either go to the present. Okay, so this is we are getting self-aware of our reality, what is happening to us. The future, which is unattainable. The past moment is gone forever. One cannot bring back that moment. So past is already gone. We cannot change it at all, right? Similarly, we cannot live in the future. When the future becomes the present, only then can we live in it, right? So we cannot live in the future. Worrying too much about the future will not help. Okay, it will only make our life difficult. One has not learned how to live. One has not learned the art of living. By observing natural respiration, we slowly train our mind to live in the present. So by observing the breath, we are training our mind to live in the present. So that is the most important thing, and which helps Anapan and even Vipassana helps to do that. After a few winning trades, we get excited, and after a few losing trades, we get agitated. With awareness, we know that we are getting emotional, and the probability of errors have increased. So it will happen that if after losing few of the trades, you will get agitated. So when that is happening, you understand that we are getting emotional, right? And when you are getting emotional, that is the time when you will have the highest probability of doing errors. Same way, when you are having a streak of winning trades, okay, when you are doing very good, you have made a lot of money. That is the moment where the probability of errors increases because your emotions are high. You feel that you have done something good, right? You have a lot of confidence, and again that increases your emotional understanding, and the probability of losses also probability of errors also increases. Michael Single says, the day you decide that you are more interested in being aware of your thoughts than you are in the thoughts themselves, that is the day you will find your way out. So we have to understand that we have to be aware of our thoughts, and we are not our thoughts. Okay, thoughts will come. Okay, we can't stop them in coming, but we have to do our work in the present moment. Whatever we are doing right now. Okay, if I am giving this presentation right now, I am fully concentrated on this presentation right now. If my mind goes to something else, that in today's trade I lost this much, or in today's trade I made this much, my concentration here will break, and I will not be able to say what I intend to say. Right. So, and if you see, and if you focus on your and, past life, you will find these things. You can connect yourself with these things if you sit for a while and try to understand it. Again, Anapan again helps it because focus. This we have talked already. We have talked, but I'll go through this little faster. Anapan helps us to concentrate the mind so that mind is calmer and more focused. Concentration is often called one pointness of mind. So in concentration, we go to at one point of the mind. It consists of focusing the mind to remain on one static point. For example, losing streak occurs in all strategies and systems. Traders must stay focused and rational through a losing streak, and not let the loss of capital affect their judgment, which will make matters worse. So, if there is a losing streak, which will happen with all systems, we should not lose focus of our trading. Okay, and if we do that, and if we lose a focus of our trading, then the matters will get even worse. One should not lose focus on the long-term edge of the system. The losing streak will end somewhere, and the system will come to its edge. It will, sooner or later, it will come back to its edge, and it will start to make profits also, because it is giving losses, or it is in a deeper drawdown. It requires a mental toughness to stay focused on executing the trading plan, or to realize that the market is it providing you with good opportunities for your strategy. So we have to understand that either the market is not giving you the opportunities, or we are not able to execute the plan properly. So it is especially for discretionary traders. Okay, this may happen that if they are not executing their plan properly, then they will have losing streak, much bigger losing streak. Okay, and even if you're following your plan properly, there will be times when the market will not suit your strategy, and the strategy may lose money. But sooner or later, the market will come in sync with your strategy, and it will start to make money. You have to stay course in that period, and take each and every trade. Okay, eventually it will come to its point where it will start making money. Napoleon Hill said, "The jack of all trades seldom is good at any. Concentrate all your efforts on one definite chief aim." So you have to concentrate on one aim. Okay, by being jack of all will not help. Say if you are doing something in options, also you are doing something in futures, also you are doing something in cash market, also you are doing trading in equities, commodities, currencies. Okay, so if you are doing a lot of things, you will not be able to concentrate in any of them. Concentrate your efforts, and then that will make your trading better. Okay, or whatever do you are doing, it doesn't. It's like I am connecting more to the trading because I am from trading this thing, but it will help you in any course of your life. So this is the course timetable, okay, of Vipassana meditation, which is like from 4:30 to 6:30. You have to do meditation. Either you can do it in the meditation hall, or you can do it at your own room. Okay, then from 6:30 to 8 a.m. you have a breakfast break. From 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. You have to meditate, and this is a compulsory meditation of 1 hour, where you have to do group meditation in the hall. Okay, at this time you cannot be at your room. Okay, from 9 to 11, meditation is again in the hall, and or you can do it in your room, or it can be also in the cell which are allotted to you. Okay, or you have to do according to the teacher's instruction. Okay, then 11 to 12 is the lunch break. From 12 to 1, you can rest or consult to the teacher. If you have any doubts, you can reach to the teacher and consult him. From 1 to 2:30, again, the meditation is in the hall, cell, or in your own room. Again, from 2:30 to 3:30, it is compulsory meditation of 1 hour, which you have to do in the hall. From 3:30 to 5 o'clock, and the meditation is done in the hall, or it can be in a cell, or it can also be in your room, or it can be as per the teacher's instructions. Yeah, and from 5 to 6, there's a tea break, and from 6 to again group meditation is there in the hall, which is compulsory. From 7 to 8:15, there's a teacher's discourse in the hall. When Mr. Satyanarayana Goenka gives us a discourse, and from 8:15 to 9 o'clock, again, there's a group meditation in the hall. From 9 to 9:30, we have, if you have any doubts, you can ask to the teacher, or you can go to sleep. Okay. So by 9 o'clock you can go to sleep if you do not have any questions, and or after 9:30 you can go to the room and sleep after that. Yeah. uh, Recording is available. Okay. Sir, will you be conducting session online or at some center? I really want to join that at some center. Ashutosh, I am nobody to conduct a course. Okay, so you will have to go to dhamma.org, and there you'll get the full information about the course and your center. Okay, wherever you are living, there, as we go forward in the presentation, I'll tell more about that. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, so it is so disciplined that it helps you get disciplined ourselves. The way the courses are conducted by few servers handling hundreds of practitioners is only due to discipline. Is almost like a capacity of 1,500 people, and you have a few servers which are helping you. Maybe like for a 1,500, there will be around 40 servers or 50 servers. Okay, so why they are able to uh, handle such a big crowd? It's only because of discipline. Okay. The timetable is set, everything is set. So this time will be tea, this time will be meditation. So it is so disciplined that you learn this discipline from here, and then this discipline can be uh, implemented in the life as well. Self-discipline is the ability to push ourselves forward, stay motivated, and take action, regardless of how we are feeling, physically or emotionally. So when we have self-discipline, we can stay motivated. Yeah, and we actually take action based on our plan. Okay, whether we are feeling good or bad, or whether we are feeling that the market will go up or down, whatever, or whatever you're doing in the life, you have a plan, or you have a process. You have to follow that. Okay, and you do not. The most important part is to follow the process, not the outcome of the process. Okay, discipline is a key trend for every trader. Markets a day. Then if you see, you just need 5 seconds in the entire trading hour of 6 hours and 15 minutes, or maybe stop, including all stop losses, everything. If you save, if you get 5 trades, then only 5 seconds you have to do something. All rest of the seconds are noise. They all are not important to us. Okay, only these 5 seconds where these five signals came in, whether it is a stop loss, whether it's a new trade, whether it's a target achieving, whatever. So our action is to be taken only of 5 seconds, but we are there in the market for almost 6 hours and 15 minutes, right? In Indian markets. So only if you're disciplined, you will be able to do that. Otherwise, in any other second, okay, if there's some other news or something which is happening, you may get distracted and try to take other than your system or your plan. Every other second is a chance to mess up those 5 trades, taking more trades than you should. So if the all other seconds which are there in these 6 hours and 15 minutes of period, okay, these are the seconds where you will mess up the trades. Either you will uh, take more trades, or you get distracted and you skip some of the trades, or you enter the trades little early, or you get or exit the trades little early. Okay, or you're holding the trades for a little longer. Okay, so all those errors and things will happen in those other seconds. So you have to, so that is why trading is an extremely difficult job, because of these when we have to only be active for 5 seconds or 10 seconds, but we are seeing the markets for the entire day. So understand, we have to absorb so much of noise. That's why it becomes so difficult. When a trade signal occurs, we need to act without hesitation in accordance with our trading plan. But whenever there's a signal happening, we should not leave it also, right? So we have to act on those 5 seconds, but all other seconds which are there in the entire day, we have to skip those. Any all other noises have to be skipped. So that is why we need self-discipline for that. Okay, traders require the discipline to do nothing when there are no opportunities present, but must still stay alert for potential opportunities. So you have to uh, do nothing, and for that purpose, you have to learn discipline. And and it doesn't mean that when there is an opportunity, you have to trigger, you have to take that trade, you have to pull the trigger, right? So whenever there is an opportunity, you have to be alert and you have to be taking that trade. So that is why it becomes so difficult. Then they need to discipline to act instinctually when trading opportunities occur. So instinctively, whenever there is an opportunity, you have to act on that. Once in a trade, discipline is required to follow the trade plans. And once you have got into the trade, then you have to follow your trade plan. Whenever the exit comes in, whether it's on a profit or on a loss, you have to exit that. It requires a lot of discipline. Victor Spendios said, the key to trading success is emotional discipline. If intelligence were the key, there would be a lot more people making money trading. So discipline is extremely important in trading, because if only knowledge was required or only intelligence was required, then there would be a lot of other people who would have been profitable doing trading. Warren Buffett says, we don't have to be smarter than the rest. We have to be more disciplined than the rest, right? And Charlie Munger says you need patience, discipline, and an ability to take losses and adversity without going crazy. So again, if you see discipline, patience, all these things are you are practicing them every day in Vipassana or in meditation form. Okay. And there will be losses. You also have to build yourself. Whenever there is a loss, you do not get agitated and take those loss in a positive way than in a negative way. Patience and tolerance and another requirement, which we and not the requirement but the benefit of meditation. Patience is the ability to abide with things the way they are. It allows you to tolerate failure, disappointment, defeat, unpleasantness, and confusion without giving up. So, patience is extremely important. Again, like discipline, patience is again a very important tool for the trader, because as we saw, we have to trade only for 5 trades. We just need to take action on only 5 seconds, but for all other seconds we have to be patient. Same way, for in 1 month we have to be patient for say we will be like trading maybe 40 trades, maybe 100 trades in a month, but for other time we have to be patient and do nothing. It allows you to tolerate failure, disappointment, defeat, unpleasantness, and confusion without giving up. So you will you will in this process of life, there will be times of failure. There will be times of disappointment, but only with patience you will be able to come out of it. Like, if you do not have patience, how will you come out of failure? The failures will be there. You cannot say that I will never get failure, okay, or I will never fail, whatever you're doing in your life. Okay, there will be disappointment, there will be defeats. So patience and tolerance will be required for that purpose, and meditation helps us to build that. Meditation naturally teaches patience and tolerance, as at least it or at least it shows the importance of these qualities. Okay, so it teaches us, and or even if you do not understand it, it tells us the importance of these qualities again, which are very important. The entire process, gathering your attention, noticing the breath, noticing the mind has wandered away, and reestablishing your attention develops mindfulness, patience, and insightful understanding. So the entire process of noticing your breath, okay, and then noticing that your mind has gone away, then again bring it back on the breath again. This will develop mindfulness. This will develop patience, because it's not easy. You're not doing anything else, right? You're just in the Vipassana meditation. You're just sitting there and seeing these things happen. So it requires a lot of patience and tolerance. Trading requires a lot of waiting. Jumping into or out of trades too early or too late is a rampant problem among many new traders. Again, in trading also you need to wait. Okay, new traders think that the more trades they do, the more profitable they will be. But that doesn't happen. You have to wait and give your trade time to develop. It will not happen that the second you have bought a stock, or you have sold a stock, it will immediately go up or it will immediately go down. That may not happen. You have to wait for it to develop. They simply haven't developed their patience enough to wait for the ideal entry and exit points based on their strategy. So why these people fail, the new traders fail, because they do not have that patience. They come with an expectation of higher returns in a very short period, in most of the cases, right? And when they do not get that, again they will exit again into another trade, again a constant seesaw between prolonged periods of patience followed by split seconds of action, which are then followed again by patience and so on. So there will be seesaws between periods of again a small part, a small split second of action like you will have to take action for a few seconds. Then again, you have to go into the patience mode, and this will keep happening.
So there's a question from Santha, or a comment rather, or a question actually. If we go with algo trading, there will be
Yeah.
emotionless trading, right?
Okay.
Is it correct? If there will there be emotionless trading in
There is
algo
no
trading?
emotionless trading. Okay. Understand one thing. When you make an algo, you have defined a system. Okay. It will take trades by itself. That is agreed. But then in that also there will be losses, right? There will be drawdowns. There will be series of losses. Okay. So at that time, you will get agitated. Again, need the same qualities at that point also. Only thing which is good with algo trading is that your trade based emotions are removed. So for each trade, you don't need decision making will convert into the decision making of the system. Whether I should run this system or whether I should not run this system. Whether I should stop this system, why should I keep running this system? Whether I should increase the size of this system, whether I should reduce the size of this system. Okay, so this emotions will change. Its level will change, but the emotions will still be there. You will not get rid of emotions. Don't think that, because even if you're doing systematic trading, you are facing these eyes closed, right? Especially if especially if it is a system of somebody else, and if you're difficult because it's a black box for you, so your emotions will be even bigger. So it's not that you will just go away. Only the layer of emotion may be different. You will not take each decision on each trade, but you will take decisions on other things of the system, either to increase the size, either to reduce the size, or whether to start a system, stop a system, add another system. Okay, or if you have multiple systems, to remove some one of the system. So it will come in that format. So emotions will still be there. Oh, okay. And in fact, when you are building a new system, at that time again your emotions will be there, like to remove the drawdowns of 2008 when the market fell in 2008. So this is again an emotion, right? You are trying to avoid losses of 2008. Okay, if you are doing that again, this is an emotion which will affect in your system. It will have a bias. It will create a bias into your system. So even at the time of building your system, there will be emotions. So if you do not understand your emotions, if you do not have acceptance to these emotions, you will never be a good trader. Whether it's a systematic trading or it's a non-systematic trader, it will not matter much. I hope I've answered it. Santosh, Ashutosh saying, sir, content of slides is good, but better formatting in bullet points will be even helpful. Okay, I'll try to do this. And Ashutosh, uh, what is the course fee? Santha is saying course fee is it's of no it's only free. There's no charge for it. It's free. What's the course? Content and it's like there's no content. I've already explained you what will happen. Initially, it will be Anapana, then Vipassana, and then Bhavna. These are three stages of the Vipassana course. Okay, and I'm not gonna answer it. In a nutshell, we can never get rid of emotions. Asutosh says, no, it's not true, Asutosh. Okay, it's very difficult to do that, but and you don't. and understand you don't need to get rid of emotions. You whenever the emotions comes, you have to remain calm. That is what is required. You have to remain equanimous and see them that I am say if I'm getting angry, say somebody hit me, so I will have an emotion of being angry. So I have to see that I'm getting angry, and not do anything. That itself is enough. You don't need to remove emotions. Understand that you don't need to get rid of emotions. Okay, just observe them and don't react to them instantly. It doesn't mean that you don't take action at all. If an action has to be taken, you have to take. If you have to hit him again back, you have to hit him back. That doesn't mean you don't have to. If he is wrong, and if it requires to hit him back, but it has to be done with a calm mind, and it has to be done with a clean mind, without the without the hatred. You have to hit him back, but without creating like if you there's a child and there's a mother. Okay, and the child goes towards fire. There's a fire, and child is going towards fire, and mother tries to stop him, but he again and again repeats the same thing and is not listening to her at all. Mother may hit him, right? Mother may hit him, but it's not with a ill will. That is what you have to develop. That even if you're hitting somebody, it is you are not hitting it with a ill will. Mother is not feeling angry on him and hitting him, right? It is because of her love that she is hitting him. Because of his benefit, she is hitting him. So that hitting is not bad. That emotion is not bad. In fact, none of the emotions is bad. Understand that. All emotions are good. Whether fear is telling you to be alert of something which something bad may happen to you. So fear is alerting you. Understand that. Fear is not bad. Understand? None of the emotions are whatever. Okay, by whomsoever. But emotions are not bad. Understand that. It's difficult to understand. It's difficult to accept. Okay, but this is the state of mind which you want to go, not to get rid of emotions. Okay. Okay, Rajesh, is how much time every day for meditation? Like you can start with uh, uh, 1 hour every day, and then you can increase to as much as is 2 hours, but you can start with 1 hour also. Okay. So one of the stock market is sorry, money interpretation. So if you see all these people who have been successful, they understand these things. The importance of discipline, importance of patience. Justin Livermore said, "Patience is the key to success, not speed. Time is cunning spectator's best friend if he uses it right." So time is one of the thing. Basically, time is patience, right? Okay. So you need to have patience to develop big trades like especially that understanding has to be there. Consistency is again a very important aspect of Vipassana. Okay, consistency is the essence of 10-day Vipassana course. One is practicing meditation 10 hours a day for 10 days builds the rhythm to continue it after returning to the regular life. So once we do a meditation course of 10 days, we are there. We almost are meditating for 10 hours. For 10 days, it's almost 100 hours of meditation. By doing this, we get the rhythm. Right? Generally, in life, we need a rhythm to do something. Okay, and this 10-day course sets meditation without any trigger. So this 10-day course acts as a trigger to meditate daily. Consistency is what really makes a meditation practice work. It's far more powerful to meditate 60 minutes each day than to meditate 7 hours once a week. So consistency is again important. If you meditate 60 minutes each day, that is much more powerful than if you meditate 7 hours or even 10 hours a week at a stretch. Because this consistency and discipline of giving 60 minutes every day to meditation, which will actually help you. Because every day in our life, there will be something which will happen, which will be in which will be as per your expectations, and there will be things which will happen which is outside of your expectation. So you each day have an opportunity to see those things as they are, and that will build only if you give some time to meditation every day. Consistency is what lets meditation really seep into our mind and make a lasting impact. So only if you are consistent, that meditation if, benefits you'll be able to get. Otherwise, it will not help you much. It is said that constant dripping hollows a stone. So if you see there's a water dropping on the stone consistently, so for maybe 1 year or 2 years or 5 years, that stone will have a hole in at that spot. This is because of the constant consistency. Okay, the stone is much stronger than water. But once that water drifts into that stone every second or every alternate second, consistently for 1 year, then it will even make a hole in the stone. So that is the importance of consistency, which one has to understand. Let's assume you have a methodology and an edge and confidence on it. Despite having it, you are not consistently profitable yet. So what's the reason? If you have a methodology and you have the confidence also onto that methodology, then why are you not being able to make money out of it? Maybe you fail to execute it. Most probably, we have seen that people are not able to execute their strategies. And if so, where do we fail at executing it? So if it is because of execution, then why are we not able to execute it? Even if we have a strategy, even if we know the risk, we know the drawdowns, we know the returns, why are we not able to execute it? Is your emotional state constant each and every time you place a trade? So when you are taking a trade discretionary, each time then where there's a trade happening, is your state of mind the state which which out of the system? Maybe you have some thoughts. Maybe you with somebody. The biggest problem is not the system. The biggest problem is the psychology of the trader. That because of which even having a good system will not help you in trading. The outcome of our trading would never be consistent if our emotional state was not reasonably constant along the way. So the outcome will not be the same for each trade if our state of mind is not constant. Okay, write down your emotional state before or after each trade. Write how you feel. So this is again which can help you that each time when the trade is happening and you are taking the trade or you are not taking the trade, see what is happening. Okay, what placing the trade. So whether were you very doubtful about the trade? Were you agitated, or were you very excited about the trade? Write it down. It will help you understand. Okay, what emotions feel that you have fear of missing out, so that is why you are not taking the trade, or you are taking the trade, whatever, or you are craving to trade. So your system is not giving trades for a very long period, maybe because the market is not based as per the in sync with your methodology. So the system will not give you a lot of trades, right? So you are craving for the trade, because if the system doesn't gives you trade, then you will not make money, right? So were you craving for the trade, or lose fear to lose in an open position, or if you're exiting, are you exiting because you have a fear of losing in that open trade? Okay, if you're in profit, and it may happen that previously few trades would have been a losing trade, take this profit, otherwise this profit will also go away. So check your uh, uh, check your mind and observe it. Once you build this ability to observe your mind, you'll be able to know the problem which you are facing, and you'll be able to rectify it. Whether you are feeling greedy, okay, maybe the markets are doing very well, but your system did not do a lot of trades, and you did not made as much money as other traders have made. So there is a sense of greed which may come in. Okay, so whether you are trading because of the greed, or whether you are doing revenge trading, or were you in a rush? So you are just you have to go out somewhere, and the trade is about to happen, but it is not giving the signal. Okay, so you are in a rush. So you will say, okay, most probably it will the signal will be triggered, and you took the trade. Okay. So it can be any reason. So you need to know what is happening with you. There will be some one of these, or maybe something else also, which would be holding you to be a profitable trader. Magnus says the consistency you seek in your mind, not in the market. So you have to see the consistency in your mind. You have to stay rooted. Not the market. You cannot change the market. They are what they are. You cannot change the market. Okay. The only thing what you can change is yourself. You have to work on yourself, and that's the only way of becoming better. Persistence. Many times in the course of meditation, you will think of things you don't rather be doing. You did rather be doing. So when you are sitting in a meditation course, you may think that at this time I would have been doing this, then this would be the benefit, and I'm wasting my time here. These some thoughts may come in into your head. There may be moments of boredom or sexual desire, a doubt whether I'm doing this thing correctly, or whether this is good for me, whether this is not good for me. So these all things will come at that moment. This is when you will need not only faith but persistence, and this is the moment when you need persistence to continue with the practice. You subject yourself to this because something deeper within you tells you to go on, and something within you will tell you whether you should continue with it or whether you should leave it. It forces you to persist despite your extreme dislike of the process. Whatever, whether it is meditation or any other process, you may dislike it, but you are getting forced to do that. This persistent effort brings greater faith. You see, you will be able to build the faith into the systems and into the process. And once that faith is built, then your boundaries will expand. method. Uh, to an effective trading method helps you master your trading strategy and gives you a real chance to see if your trading strategy is truly worth using or not. So in trading also persistency will be required, and you have time to your strategy to come to its mean or to come to its characteristic. If you cannot muster this discipline and mental strength to follow a proven strategy for at least a year, you will have a hard time finding any success in the market. So you cannot, if you cannot run your system with discipline, then for at least 1 year, then how will you be able to make money in the market? Even if you have proven strategy which is a good backtest, which is doing as per its expectation, it may not be always profits, right? There will be a time when there will be in drawdowns. Okay, so if you are not able to run that consistently because there are some losses, okay, it will be very difficult to be success to find success in the market. You cannot establish a if you are constantly shifting gears or trying new tactics. So you will not have a track record. You will not know whether the strategy is good or bad if you do not give it proper time. If you keep switching from one strategy to another strategy or from one indicator to another indicator, you will not know whether these indicator or these strategy actually work. Many efforts fail before they get to the finish line, but not because the tactic, but not because the tactic was flawed or goals weren't clear. The problem is often it's not that we didn't have the knowledge or we do not have the uh, 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 understanding of the topic. Okay. But most of the time when people fail is because we ended the process in between. So obviously our result will be consistent, patient. But because of persistence. Okay, so again the water may cut a rock. Okay, because of the consistency and the persistence, not because of its power. Okay, equanimity and impermanence. Equanimity is acceptance. We are accepting something like whatever is happening with a hard mind or with a accepting mind. The thing has happened. Whatever has happened, it's happened. So you have to accept it. Accepting us, knowing that everything is temporary. We have to accept that things are temporary. If we have a failure now, it's not the last attempt. Okay, this is not the end of your life. This this is temporary and temporary thing else. Okay, so if you have failed in suppose cricket, you are not selected in the top 11 players. Okay, you can try again in the next match or maybe in the next year. Okay, or you can try something else. Okay, so you have to accept whether you have to accept that I'm not good at cricket and let's leave cricket and go to some other thing. Okay, or you have to accept that okay something went wrong this time. Okay, I'll get better and come again next year well prepared. So whatever you're doing, you have to accept that this is the reality of today, of now, and then leave it and go to that. You will be able to understand only if you give enough time to it. Accountability does not mean inaction. According we do not say that action is required. Uh, and it is warranted. To correct a circumstance, action is performed. So as I gave the example of the mother. Okay, so if action is required, it has to perform. You have to perform that action with humility without aided. It is it is action with the understanding of that one has no goals. The action should be taken, but without having the expectation of the result. The result can be anything. You can very well, you can still fail, right? So you have to accept the result, and then try to find what were the problems with you. Why were you not able to explore the particular uh, uh, course? But accept it. Just not accepting will not help it. Will not change anything. In grief, equality is absence of suffering. So when you are in a grief, automatically the suffering will still be there, but you will be there with a much calmer mind, and you will be able to get out of it in a better way. In fear, it is the ability to live with the discomfort of fear while acting upon the grounded and a peaceful core. Even if you are fearful, okay, you are accepting and you are seeing that you are fearful. You are observing that you are getting fearful. Okay, it will give you discomfort, but you are not doing anything. Okay, or only you will be acting only if it is required. Okay, you will be peaceful and grounded. During a bout of anxiety, it is the acceptance of unpleasant sensation. So when you are excited, yeah, you are accepting that there is an unpleasant sensation which is there in the body while remaining committed to the task in hand. And but you are not doing anything for that. You are still doing the task which you are doing at that time. You are seeing that there is an unpleasant sensation. There is a pain, or there is some sort of unpleasant sensation, but you are still doing your work without getting agitated. While you trade, understand that no matter what is happening right now, winning trade or losing trade, this pass and we what comes up next. So when you're trading, whether it's a winning trade or a losing trade, we have to accept that this too shall pass. So if a season, we should go and start to does that. Okay, I have done this much, and start to put it into social media that today I made this much money. Okay, and even if you are in the losing streak, okay, you should understand in this too shall pass. As the winning streak passes, same way the losing streak will also pass away. So there's nothing to be too excited about it. We shall see what comes up next, and we next what will come, that we to see. Whereas that what appears to be positive, right, now might turn out to be negative later, and vice versa. So right now we are feeling that this is a good thing, but it may be to be mindful of the kind of expectation. You are it can be positive and be negative. Okay, it so say, or for 10 years, 20 years, we are we should do better, not label things. Okay, see that how they are coming in and accept it. Okay, without drawing any conclusions. Okay, so this is the we humans have so big so high uh, 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 hours. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure which it is, and you have uh, that will become meaningless if you do not have uh, uh, Sunday, whether things are good or they are bad, we have to accept it. They are not. So what we think is that it's a bad problem. So right now, if we are in a winning streak, we'll feel that we'll always be in this streak. We will not. This winning streak will not end. So we think that this winning streak is losing. Because this losing streak will not end, and it will be permanent. The problem occurs when we think that things are permanent. We do not accept impermanence. Strong determination or adhishtan. For 1 hour, the student resolves not to change posture, not to make any movement of the body, and observe objectivity, objectively impermanent changing sensations that arise. You will be told to posture, okay, for the entire 1 hour. So in this in this there are
Yeah, hi. Am I audible? I don't know. Sovit, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me,
Yeah,
Sovit?
Vivek. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. No, I think maybe there was my bandwidth issue. I don't know. I lost you for a second. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's from my end also. I think it was from my end. Okay, but I've switched the
Cool,
internet.
cool. Well,
I think it should work now.
yeah, this is better. This is better. Okay.
Right. Okay. So we had a habit of whenever we get paid or anything, we will suffer. Okay, without accepting it, and we basically our subconscious mind doesn't want it, right? Whenever there's a pain, we don't want it. Maybe we on a conscious mind we will say that okay, the pain is there, it will go away. But in the subconscious mind has a uh, what we say, it is separate from our conscious mind. Okay, so till that time, the subconscious mind and our conscious mind uh, uh, get together. There will be one stage when your conscious mind and subconscious mind will be one only at one point. Okay, which will happen maybe in a later stage. Okay, it will. Each person will have their own experience. Okay, but till that time, you will be feeling that even if you can say that okay, I'm okay with the pain, but your subconscious mind is not accepting it. Okay, and till that time it is happening, you will still be suffering the pain. But once your subconscious mind accepts the pain, okay, then you will not feel that pain at all. Okay, whatever type of pain it is, whether it has been there for very a lot of for a lot of days, or it is only for a few minutes, it will not be able to give you any suffering. Now one observes the biochemical flow of sensations within as it is with balanced mind, and now we are seeing these biochemical changes in our body with a very balanced mind. We are not reacting to those changes in that stage. Whatever sensation manifesting is in the body is used as a tool to develop equanimity. And now whatever sensations are coming into your body, these will develop equanimity into you. This will develop the quality of equality, and this is what will rise your understanding and rise your wisdom. This equality purifies the mind at its root level and strengthens understand. And again, this equality will purify our mind also, and it will make your understand even stronger. So now, initially, maybe you'll get a hard time in the understand phase, but once you keep practicing it, it will become easier and easier for you, because your understanding becomes stronger because of this equanimity. When the equanimity is there, the understanding will become stronger, and understand by itself helps in equanimity. So both go hand to hand. In life, we are often subject to difficult processes over and over again. In order to suppress these changes, strong determination is required. So there will be difficult times in the life, and we have to suppress these challenges to be successful. Okay, and this strong determination is required for that purpose. Trading is no different. Strong determination is needed to learn tactical, fundamental, quantitative analysis, coding, building models, and execution, etc. Trading by itself is quite difficult, and then learning technicals, fundamental, whatever technique you need, and then coding, building, so you will need strong determination to do all these things. Then only you'll get to that stage of being a successful trader. And no matter what path you have chosen, whether it is trading or any other path, you will need strong determination. Say if you are giving an exam of CA, you will need strong determination. So there will be times when you will fail. Okay, it's because it's not easy. You will need strong determination to try it again. Again, if you fail, again you have to have the strong determination to fail. Most people are not able to clear it because of lack of strong determination. So strong determination is a quality which is extremely important to be successful. There's a story. I don't know whether it's true or not, but this is what is said. Okay, that Gautam Buddha, on the one day before the day he got nirvana, okay, he took a strong determination that he will not eat anything. He will not move his hand. He will not move his leg. He will not talk till he get nirvana. Okay, so it was his strong determination at that point which took him to nirvana. Okay. So that doesn't mean that today you sit down and say I will not open my hand and leg and till I get nirvana. So this has to be done at the right time. Okay, it cannot be done anytime. Okay, so that is one thing which one has to understand. Okay. The difference between the impossible and the possible lies in the man's determination. Yeah. So only if you have determination and strong determination, that is where we'll achieve our goals. Okay. If we do not have, then most probably we will not be able to reach to those goals. Generosity and wisdom. Understanding Dan is key to living the Dhamma in daily life. It is very important that we understand the importance of giving away. So Dan is one way of giving away things what we have. Okay. You practice Dan to eradicate the attachment that comes from feeling of scarcity and separateness. So why Dan is given so much importance is not because they need money or they need something from you. The Dan is important because by doing this, by practicing Dan, you you're able to detach yourself from materials like money, anything like profits or uh, like anything which you want to get detached. If you have attachment, you will not be able to give dawn of that thing. So if you are giving dawn, then you are getting detached from that particular object or anything. Okay, and basically, what we have a feeling of scarcity and separateness. So this is where we can separate from our emotions of like greed. If you are detached from money, then greed will not come into you. If you are detached from your ego, then the pride will not affect you. So dan will help you to build that. The Dhamma has been given freely without charge for two reasons. So this entire course of Vipassana is totally free, and it is because of two major reasons. First is the teaching are so precious; they are considered to be priceless, valuable beyond estimation. So the teaching is so precious that you cannot give any value to it. It's almost priceless, and I truly agree to this. The second is without a set charge, the Dhamma is accessible to everybody. So if we keep a charge, then it will not be accessible to everybody, right? The poor will not be able to take benefit of Dhamma, right? That is Vipassana meditation. So it is free for everybody. Even the poor can come, rich can come, and then they can give Dhamma as per their expectation. The act of giving cultivates the inner qualities of generosity, living kindness, compassion, and equanimity, and deep joy of sharing with others the development of letting go with stronger awareness. But this quality of the dana, we develop the qualities of generosity. We develop the quality of living kindness, okay, the compassion and the feeling of equanimity with all the peoples which are there, whether poor, whether dark, whether like there's a lot of inequalities which are there we consider in the world, like the dark people are not regarded as equal to people who are white, right? So these things will go away, and there's a deep joy of sharing. Whatever you have, you share with others. These are the precious factors in the process of liberation, and these are very very important in the process of liberation. If you want to achieve nirvana, these qualities will be required. You cannot get it liberation without these qualities. Dana helps to reduce ego, which may result from successful trading. Again, uh, once you have reached some successful in trading, that will help you to reduce your ego, because once you are successful in something, there's a high probability that you will think that it is because of my skill that I have been profitable, and this dan will reduce that. Okay, because you are giving away your money which you have made from this successful trading. This will reduce your ego, because you are doing it for not only for yourself, but you are doing it for your entire society. Yeah, you are giving it back to the society. Moreover, dana is the process of payback some part of your gains to the society from where it is earned, and you are basically earned from the society only, right? So you are giving some part of it back to it. Okay. So dana reduces your ego, which is very very important. And the dana doesn't needs to be in terms of money. It can be in way of service. It can be in way of your objects which you do not require, like clothes or anything else. Living kindness and compassion, which is the mittha bhavna. The practice of mittha bhavna is an important quality of the technique of vipassana meditation. Indeed, it is the logical outcome. So this mittha bhavna is the uh, ultimate quality of Vipassana meditation, and it is the logical outcome. Because ultimately, if you are going stronger into the Vipassana, if you are developing Vipassana, then automatically your mittha bhavana will increase, your loving kindness will increase, and that is the, as I said, that is a barometer of how we have progressed into this technique. It is a technique whereby to eradicate loving kindness and goodwill towards all beings, deliberately charging the atmosphere around us with the calming positive vibration of pure and compassionate love. So we are giving this goodwill of being and we are we are giving our whatever benefits we are getting from this meditation, we are spreading it to the atmosphere, to the people around us, in way of uh, compassionate love. The Buddha instructed his followers to develop mitta so as to lead more peaceful and harmonious lives, and to help others to do so as well. So Buddha always said his disciples to follow Mitha, to develop Mitha, because that will what will help making a peaceful and harmonious life. Students of Vipassana should follow that instructions, because Mitha gives us a way to share with all others the peace and harmony we are developing. And being a student of Vipassana, we should try to spread loving kindness, and this will again increase, spread peace and harmony in others. In trading, we can spread mitta by educating fellow traders, investors about the merits and demerits of trading, ways to come out of trading misery. The sole purpose of this session was such an attempt. So in trading, we can try to spread mitta by teaching other fellow traders or investors, and by showing that the merits of demerits of trading. Okay, and we can try to reduce the trading machine who are not able to be profitable. Okay, for many years, we can try to help them to get profitable. This will be a, one way of spreading mitha. Okay, this entire session was one such attempt. Then there are 10 paramis. We will not be going deeper into these paramis. I've just listed them down. When you go to the Vipassana meditation, you will get more knowledge about it. And a lot of paramis we've already covered in this. Okay, so renunciation is the first parami. Sila, the moderate, is the second parami. Effort, wisdom, tolerance. So tolerance we have covered. Okay. Truthfulness, strong determination, adhishtan we have covered. Mitta, pure self-love we have covered. Dan we have covered. And equanimity also we have covered in this session. About the course, many people were interested in the course. Okay, so this is the 10-day. It is a 10-day residential course. There will be a prescribed code of discipline which has to be followed by everybody. Learn the basics, practice sufficiently, and benefit and you'll get the beneficial results. Okay, so there are 362 locations in 94 countries which give Vipassana 10-day courses. India, there are 113. It is taught in almost 130 locations. It is an original form and it is in the authentic form. So, how the Buddha had taught to his pupils, it has been taught in that same original form. It is in that authentic form itself. Okay. It is not taught commercially. No person involved receive any material remuneration, not even to cover the cost of food or accommodation. So, it is totally free. It doesn't has anything commercial. Nobody involved will take any money or in any material form. Okay, or even the food and accommodation is totally free. So you don't even have to pay for the food you eat for the 10 days. You don't pay for the accommodation for the 10 days period. All expenses are met by donations from people who are having completed a course and experience benefit of Vipassana. So those people who have experienced Vipassana and who have got benefit of the Vipassana, they donate and the all of the expenses are met from those donations. For more details, you can visit dhamma.org. So you will, if you have any interest, you can visit dhamma.org and check more details about Vipassana course. So these are some of the centers which are popular. Dhamma Janani, this is in Lumbini, Nepal, where Gautam Buddha was born. He was born in a park under a tree, which was in the name of the park was Lumbini Park. Yeah. So this is right now located in Nepal. And Dhammagiri Igatpuri is the biggest center in India, or I think all over the world. This is the biggest center, has a capacity of almost 1,500 people. Okay, Bodhi is in Bodh Gaya, where Gautam Buddha got his nirvana. Vietnam Prajapati Nirni Vaishali. This is in Vaishali. This is in India only. Okay, the name is Vietnam, but it is in India. It is in the city called Vaishali. This is the why it's called Mahapati, because Maha Prajapati was his Gautam Buddha's mother who actually brought him up. She was not his real mother. His real mother Maya had expired at the time of his birth. So Maha Prajapati was his mother's sister, which actually brought him up. Okay, so and Mahapati Prajapati was given Diksha by Gautam Buddha in Vaishali. That is why this center name is given on her name. Then we have Dhammapatana, which is in Gorai near SL World. And then Dhammakaya, which is in Kushinagar. Kushinagar is the place where Gautam Buddha died. Okay, this is where he ultimately left his body. Okay. So there also one center is there. These are the most popular centers, but there are more than 300 centers all over the world. It's there in almost 94 countries. When we practice living kindness and compassion, we are first ones to profit from it. So this is by Rumi. Okay, which says we'll be the first to get the benefit of kindness and compassion if we give to others. So with this, I am done. The last quote by Buddha is, "Believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who said it, no matter if I have said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense." Okay, so basically, whatever we have covered in this presentation, don't believe it till you don't experience it. Okay, so experience it yourself, then only you should believe it. Okay.
So,
So
this
yeah,
is
Vivek, I'm done with my
thank
presentation.
thank you so much, Sovit. I think the whole fact that you led the whole presentation shows the persistence, right? So it's like practicing what you're preaching, and the last quote sums it up. So end of the day, whatever we hear from wherever, right? Everyone may have their own view, but end of the day, it is our experience which really becomes sort of a belief. You can say it's your, yeah, like once it becomes your experience, then when you implement it, it's pretty natural, I would say, right? Then there is no resistance because you've experienced that, right? So it may take different people different time. Irrespective of the fact how much time it takes, I think if you walk the path, then then walk it totally, right? And eventually, I think it is brave to even just walk the path. So a lot of accolades from all of us. Thank you at the Ravinity team. Thanks to all the participants who have been so, contributing throughout the presentation, right? Like they had so many experiences to share of their own. It was good to see that some people themselves are practicing, and it really just highlighted the whole talk. So, any closing words? So,
Uh, if there are any questions, then you can put it
yeah,
down in the
I
chat
don't
box, or you can
see
connect me
any.
anytime. Okay, or Vivek, anybody
I don't
from
see
us.
any. But if there are any more questions, any one of you have, please put up.
Okay, I don't
Okay.
think there's anything
Uh,
else. So what I'll say in the last is that as Buddha has said, see it yourself. Okay, experience yourself, and that is the only experience. Okay, that is the true experience, I would say. Till you do not say, you would have heard a lot of things about a lot of matters, right? About trading, about life, about spirituality, but do what you have experienced. Okay, this 10-day Vipassana course, you can give one chance, see it, experience for once, and if you like it, you do according to it, and if you don't like it, just don't do it. Okay, it's totally as per your will. It has benefited me for sure, and I'm sure it has had benefited everybody who has done at least one course. Okay, but again, don't expect the results to come immediately. Okay, they don't come like today also. If I would say I will still get angry, it's not that I don't get angry. It's still I get emotional. It's still I may get fearful. Yeah, it's not that we get out of these emotions, but what we have to see is that how we are reacting back to these emotions. Okay, are we amplifying these emotions? Okay, so in our ignorance, we are amplifying our emotions. That's the problem. Okay, so just uh, try, take some time, even if you don't do vipassana, take some time to react. Okay, don't react immediately if something happens to you. Okay, good or bad. give it some time. Maybe drink a glass of water. Maybe see your breath for 5 seconds. Okay, do something, and then you get a better chance to react. Okay, and your reaction will be more meaningful and more subtle, I would say. So what we can do here is that we can do a 2 minute of anapan. Okay, basically nothing but you have to just see your breath for 2 minutes. Okay, I'll just uh, bring the timer. Okay. Okay, I'll just do it from my phone only. Okay. So we'll be silent for 2 minutes and just see our breath for 2 minutes, okay, and see how whenever you go, whenever you okay, 2 minutes is done, so you can open your eyes and you can self uh, observe yourself that were you able to concentrate for 2 minutes or forget 2 minutes, were you able to concentrate for a few seconds on your breath, and how your thoughts came in and distracted you from your purpose of seeing the breath. Okay, and then you understand how we are slaves of our own thoughts. Okay, and this we have to get out of this slavery. We have to get out of this slavery of we not being in the control of our thoughts. Our thoughts don't make us. Okay, the thoughts are a part of us. Okay, so this was from my side. Even if one person gets benefited from this session, that then my job is done. Thanks a lot for attending the entire session.